Okay, are we ready? Are we live? Are we going?
Yes.
We're
Hello.
Well, hello. Welcome to Fresh Start, a sixth form podcast. Today we have Mr. Marsh and
Madame Dasouki.
You remembered your name, that's a good start.
No,
Madame Dasouki. And today our topic is going to be a very, very interesting topic, kind of nostalgic, very, emotional stuff. And
Hang
it's
on,
gonna
well,
be...
nostalgic. How old do you think we are? Nostalgic implies that we are...
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
10 years.
Is that
Over
nostalgic?
10 years.
Or is that just...
Well, when you compare it.
That's a
to
far-
this.
It's
That's
not
a-
that far back for us, though. I mean, it hasn't happened for
Okay,
you
well
yet.
it is, and we matter.
Okay.
And and it's gonna be about how our lives are gonna change in the next 10 years. What do you think?
It is going to change a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it's really definitive.
It's
stuff.
really definitive, yeah, I can tell you that.
On a serious note, it's drummed into you guys that school is so important and your grades and everything matter, which it does. I'm not going to say that it doesn't. But what happens when you leave to go to university defines who you are for the rest of your life. You know, what I learned at university, not just school life, but learning to look after yourself, living with people, different styles, different, there was people I met at university that I didn't even know that country existed. You know, that's how, sheltered my life was before I got to that point.
This is what I mean, and I wanted to get to that later, but since you mentioned it now, how did the decisions you made in high school, or the decisions you made when, like, you were our age, affected the 10 years after your graduation, high school graduation?
I made some quite bad choices at school. I really did. I picked subjects that I thought the teachers were okay, and sixth form was a nightmare. I nearly dropped out twice. It was only because my mother forced me not to. My dad wasn't bothered. But from that point on, that forced me to go to university. Still didn't know what I wanted to do. But if I hadn't gone to university, I wouldn't be here now because I didn't do my degree. To do a degree opens up so many different things for you anyway. Yeah. I mean, like, Miss, you didn't do a teaching degree, did you?
No,
neither did I.
No, I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
So I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and I wanted to take that major, and nobody except Papa, who actually supported me, but nobody thought that I could actually do it. I did it, excelled in it, but it was not teaching. So it's different.
See, I was the same, but my dad threatened me with working in a supermarket, and he actually got me the job. I was like, no, I'm all right. I'll go to uni, thanks.
Comparing to my course, I think working in a supermarket would have been easier. Yeah. No, I picked a hard major. No, I picked a hard major, but it was good.
So when did you do your teaching degree?
My teaching degree was when we relocated to Saudi Arabia, and then I thought I could not work as engineer aliyot, which was my major in Saudi Arabia, so I had to find something else.
Adapt.
Yeah, I had to adapt, so I had to find something else. So I started as science because I already taught genetics and anatomy at uni, part of my master degree. And then thought, no, I'll just do French because that's my language.
You took the easy route, is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I adapted.
Sounds like you're setting an example
no,
for
I used my, skills to adapt
that's
into
a good
work.
Point you mentioned. There's so many students, just not even like here, all around the world, wouldn't know what they want to do by like year 13 they're in, and literally they have no idea what they want to do.
No, so I would love to say I'm an expert in this, but I was 25 before I knew what I wanted to do. The only reason I did business and IT at university is because they were the two things I was good at. So I carried on going.
Okay, literally looking back at it, what would you say to someone that wouldn't know what like they kind of want to do, as in to sort of help them around?
Rather than thinking of a specific career, think of something that you enjoy doing. You know, if you're good at it, yes, obviously, but of those things. So let's just say you're doing 3 science subjects: biology, physics, and chemistry, and you really enjoy biology more than physics. But your grade might be one higher in physics. You might be thinking, well, maybe I should do that. But if you really enjoy biology and that's what you want to do, then 100%, yeah. You know, the better grades are obviously good for you. But for me, unless you're going to do something, you're going to do it for the rest of your life. You know, you've been doing schoolwork for 11 years. Your career will be 40, 50 years.
This is what I feel like a lot of people miss out, is that would they go for maybe a career that's a little more lucrative, as in like money wise. Hey, I want to go for engineering, or I want to go.
Well, that's why I got into teaching, NASA. You know, all about
That's
the
why I
sports
left
cars,
engineering.
fast lifestyles. I don't know if you know what we get up to
I
at
know,
night,
yeah.
but
It's
my
not
life
like
was just one big party.
It's not like you drive a Dodge.
No, well, not anymore.
Not
anymore. It's just like my life. It's just like Miami. It's my life. That's all I can describe it
We've
as.
got a beach as well here.
You've got a beach. I've got a beach. Yeah, sand everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can tell you that I could have been probably a doctor or anything else I wanted, because I had really great grades everywhere. But I picked a career, or then I picked a route that it was the dearest to my heart, and I followed it. Although, as I said, not everybody thought I could do it.
This is what I mean. Your professional life is such a big part of your life. People just think, hey, I can just go to this, job and just get this money, and I'll use this money to have a really good life.
But you won't have a life if
you
you're not
won't have
enjoying
a
it.
decent
If
life
you just
if you're just
imagine you're like a normal work, which is 9 to 5. Yeah. Imagine if you're not already waking up knowing that you're not gonna enjoy it till 5 o'clock. You won't have any energy to enjoy anything out of it.
True.
If that,
I think it's important, like, you do something you like, but also something that'll give you like enough money to live and do the things you like as well. Because some people go into routes that they enjoy, which is good, but in the long-term run, like, they may regret it because it's not giving them enough money to live or something like that.
Well, speaking of regrets.
Look at me then, NASA.
Here we go.
All right, 16 or 17-year-old Madame Dasouki.
Did you have any regrets?
Did you have any regrets about the decisions you made? Would you change anything if you went back?
No, I wouldn't.
Not at all?
No, I would still stick, because I enjoyed my 10 years at uni. Like, great. I enjoyed it. I could have been in another major or doing something else, but I probably wouldn't end up here. And I'm liking every single
And
moment.
you're happy
of
where you are
being-
now?
I am, yeah. Which is really important. It's not about... I mean, I've got my friends who are like all over the world. So they're in America, they're in Canada, they're in France, they're in Italy, and they all like in higher positions and all that. And I was like, no, I'm just a teacher in Kuba, in like a normal school, and I am happy with that. I don't have a problem. Like, oh yeah, they all like, because when you graduate at 23 and you carry on with a career now. So I've got a career in teaching for 10 or odd years. I've got a career of 20 years in engineering or doctors or whatever, but no, I'm fine with it.
You're happy?
Yeah, which I think it is not. It's not. It is about money, but it's not really about just money, because if you excel in what you're doing, you will be making money anyway.
Yeah, there's so much more to it, I think.
You
What
can
about-
be doing
what
that. You
about
can be
me?
like you can be a teacher, like even in our field, yeah, you can be a teacher and then you can
I was
deputy
just,
head
I was
and
just
then
admiring your honesty there, miss, because if I could turn back until I was 16, 17, I think I'd change everything.
I exactly see.
Haircuts, you know, diet choices.
I
you know.
was I was the cool person then.
No, I mean,
even then.
school-wise, yeah. I mean, I pushed myself to get through university that I didn't want to do. But after that, I had 4 or 5 years where I was a manager of a restaurant. I lived abroad. I had a short stint as taking people to and from an airport. And then I was a project manager, and then I was in electrical engineering
Wait, is
for a
this
while.
all true? Like,
No, I'm making it up.
Honestly, making this one up.
No, I'm actually reading.
so many
It's by true story. And then I was getting project management, and something Miss said there, that when you get up in the morning, you have to realize you're going to spend 10 hours with the people that you're going to be doing this job with, and that's going to be your life for probably the majority of it. When I went into project management, I hated it every minute. Absolutely disgusted. It disgusted me in the morning. People being awful to you, like the work environment. It sucked the life out of me. I lasted less than a year, and at that point, after month 3, I was like, right, I have to do something else in my life. What would I enjoy?
Yeah,
and
so
I started to reflect more on, like what Miss said, something that would.
If you don't like it, don't
Yeah.
expect that you're gonna make any money out of it, because you're not
You won't
gonna.
last.
You won't
Yeah.
last enough to make the money that you were talking about. I always say, when it comes to uni, just follow your heart, because when you come to career later on, a lot of people are working and excelling in something that is not related to their degree.
Yeah.
true. But then there's the pressure you get from your parents and everyone around you to actually do a subject that, like, for example, engineering or becoming
Well,
a
I will
doctor.
say to go and check the last surveys, because I had recently spoke to a parent with the top working skills that are required in in the UK and Europe, and you will find, for example, languages as translators or teachers or whatever is one of the high ranked. Nobody looks for an electric or a mechanical engineer anymore.
Okay, just to wrap it up very quickly, how do you think your lives are going to change in the next 10 years?
President of the universe.
President of the universe.
That's my ultimate goal, in 10 years. I don't know, actually. That's it. I don't know if I'll still be here. I'll still definitely be in teaching, I think.
Really?
But yeah.
Might not be. I'm open to that. So if something else changes,
if another opportunity comes about, I've been doing this 10 years, but I enjoy it. I enjoy getting up in the morning. I enjoy spending time with
kids.
You guys.
That sounds really wrong.
We've done so well then.
No, I know. 10 minutes.
10 minutes of professional talk.
No.
But you guys are just so creative, and every day is something new. Like we've had some mad weeks, haven't we? Where you guys are just so volatile at times with things that can happen, and little things, big things. Every day is different in teaching. Yeah. And for me, you guys turning into well-rounded individuals who can make smart choices, be independent. It's just as important as getting your GCSEs or A levels.
Very one last quick point.
You just had your last point.
Very last point.
Global warming and then all this nasty stuff is happening around us. How do you think our lives are going to change?
Global warming. Well, on the plus side, me and Mr. Dasouki aren't far off, so I think we'll be safe. But I think you guys are in trouble. Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. That's it.
I'm seriously worried about my children.
Yeah. I mean, I think from what you're reading, there's a lot of scare tactics in the media, but there's definitely some improvements to be made. Recycling, better, cleaner energy. Not that oil isn't great. Oil is amazing.
See, funny enough, that's the only reason, or one of the reasons I picked my major. So when I was 16, there was somebody called Jean-Jacques Cousteau, which used to dive in the Mediterranean Sea, and the foundation of them showed a video of the same place 30 years later. So the first one was, like when you see the Red Sea now, full of fish, corals, and whatever. And then he went in, dived for 45 minutes. There was one fish. Wow. So I'm very...
I suppose the best answer to your question, though, is like we've messed this up. Our generation's messed it up.
It's scary.
You guys are the next ones through. As much as we don't want to pass the baton to you, but you guys have been the ones that are going to change that.
It's scary what we've done to
Hopefully
Earth
we
within
change
like
it in time.
56 years. It's scary.
Well, we both drive. I mean, we both drive.
I know I drive Range
low
Rovers.
engine cars, and we do our bit.
Do you know how not economic the Dodge is?
I don't own a Dodge.
I don't know.
Fuel like nothing.
I don't know what that is.
Anywho, I think that's going to be our time. Thank you very, very much.
I know I'm going to see and hear about few names in my head in your year group. They're going to be doing absolutely great. And I think you
in
can
the
recall
future?
in the future. I know.
Oh, we want. Well,
even NASA.
There's no time.
Particularly NASA, you would be
of
surprised.
I think we'll all do well. Like,
Yes,
no one-
I'd love to hear from you.
Tara wants to be involved. Yes, Tara, you'll definitely do well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anywho, thank you very
No,
much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Merci,
you.
merci. See you.
Well, bye.
Well done.
Make
sure.
Okay. Make sure to check out Fresh Start, a 6-point podcast on YouTube. To
Like, subscribe, comment.
Turn on the bell. The bell. Where's the
Why are
bell?
you shouting? I'm gonna say it.
Bell for
The
notifications.
bell is like there usually.
To click the bell.
Anywho, turn on the notifications so whenever we post, you get a message saying watch, and
And comment your suggestions
said comment.
comment your suggestions for the next podcast.
comment your suggestions for our next podcast.
Yeah.
Where it's gonna be in development, hopefully, your suggestions, and thank you very much. Bye.